10 relegated players Premier League clubs may turn to in transfer window. Burnley, Watford, and Norwich City were the three clubs relegated from the Premier League this season, and it could lead to a number of their players being available for cut price values. Following the financial impact to clubs who get relegated, there are always a number of bargains available every year from teams who have dropped out of England's top flight. Liverpool signed star left-back Andrew Robertson off the back of getting relegated with Hull City, while the Reds also nabbed Gini Wijnaldum after Newcastle United had also been sent packing to the Championship. As clubs in the Premier League and other top divisions look to try and find a bargain, here are 10 players who may become up for grabs. In recent years, Claret's goalkeeper Nick Pope has been one of the most consistent goalkeepers in the Premier League, leading to regular call-ups to the England squad. Previously, the 30-year-old has been linked with the likes of Tottenham Hotspur and Fulham, having kept 47 clean sheets in 141 appearances in the Premier League during the last 4 seasons. Pope has just a year left on his deal at Turf Moor and remains one of the club's most valuable assets. Watford winger Ismail Assar has spent the last 3 seasons at Vicarage Road, and if he stays another campaign, will have gone 4 seasons without playing in the same division in competitive seasons. Sarr's first season saw him score 5 league goals and star in a side that failed to stay up, while scoring 13 goals in 39 appearances in the following campaign to help the Hornets return to the top flight. Everton remain linked with the 24-year-old who has 10 goals in 50 Premier League appearances to his name, with the winger still having 2 years left on his deal. Like Watford, Norwich never really looked like staying up on their return to the Premier League, but like their last venture into the top flight, their primary source of goals came via Finnish striker Teemu Pukki. Of the 23 goals Norwich scored in the league last term, 11 were by Pukki, with the next top scorer registering just 2. He also finished top for assists with 3 goals, directly having a hand of 14 of the Canaries' 23 league goals, over 60%. Pukki's contract is due to run out this summer, although the club do have the option to extend it by a year. Either way, the 32-year-old, who has scored 77 league goals in 157 league outings for Norwich, would be available at a cheap rate, being an experienced option with 11 goals in both of his campaigns in the Premier League. Centre-back James Tarkowski has been a regular at the back for the Clarets for almost all of their 6-season stay in the Premier League. Making 194 Premier League appearances in that time, Tarkowski has often been linked with a move away for big money, with West Ham United being previous suitors for the 2-time England international. Everton, Aston Villa, Fulham, Newcastle United and Leicester City have all been linked with the defender who is set to become a free agent. Watford's Nigerian forward Emmanuel Dennis had a flying start to life in England, ending the season with 10 goals and assists. However, 13 of those league goal contributions came before the turn of the year, with his form nose-diving in 2022, despite not joining up with Nigeria at this year's Africa Cup of Nations. 24-year-old joined Watford for around £3 million, but still ended with a goal return most strikers would have been pleased with. Only 19 Premier League players scored more than Dennis in the 2021-22 season. West Ham United have been credited with interest in Dennis, whose form in the first half of the season made him one of the signings of the campaign, even if his form dipped in 2022. Centre-back Ben Mee's contract is also due to expire this summer, with the Claret skipper, like Tarkowski, being a mainstay for Burnley in the last decade. The 32-year-old has 255 Premier League appearances to his name and ended the campaign as an assistant coach to Mike Jackson due to Mee's injuries. Speaking after getting relegated, Mee was tight-lipped on his future, meaning an exit after 10 years in Lancashire cannot be ruled out. Watford only signed left-back Hossein Kamara from Nice for around £4 million in January, but his form in the second half of the season led to the Ivory Coast international winning Watford's Player of the Season award. Kamara ended the campaign averaging 3.6 interceptions per game, an average way higher than the rest of the division. He also ranked in the top 10 of Premier League players for most tackles per game. He does have 3 years left on his contract, but with Watford only spending £4 million on him, even a slight increase on that could represent very good business. The Clarets signed Maxwell Cornet from Lyon for £10.2 million last August, and in 26 league appearances, the Ivorian has scored 9 league goals and ended the campaign on 3 times as many goals as the rest of his club teammates. The 25-year-old is a versatile option who can play as both a winger on both sides and at left back, and is still at a good age after a very impressive debut campaign in England. Cornet has been linked with Spurs and again, Burnley's relegation and low fee for him could make him an affordable bargain for another club. Mirror Football reported on Tuesday that Spurs would like to sign the former Lion man and that he has a £15 million release clause in his contract. Striker Wout Weghorst also fits the category of players in this list who only arrived to England in January, but the Dutchman started life well and definitely has something to offer. Arriving from Wolfsburg for £12 million, Weghorst arrived with a Bundesliga record of 59 goals in 118 appearances, scoring twice and providing 3 assists in the second half of the season at Turf Moor. His record may not have been the instant impact Burnley wanted from the Dutchman, but his incredible recent return in Germany makes him an asset nonetheless. Winger Dwight McNeil failed to score a single goal for Burnley, but still played every game last season for the Clarets. While his direct goal contributions ended with just 1 assist for the seasons, he impressed on the ball and McNeil, 90, finished second in the whole league last term only behind Newcastle United's Alan Saint-Maximin, 150. McNeil has 2 years left on his deal, and with 134 top-flight appearances to his name at the age of 22, still has plenty of room to develop.